Hey, all right, everybody, how is it going? Now, I got a few more parts that I'm going to put on the Kona, the Hyundai Kona EV. I got a few more parts. I've been back to Hyundai Hutchins in Pontypridd, spent a bit more money. So I'll show you the parts I'm putting on today, and then there's something I'm doing a little bit later on as well to do with the coolant. I'm going to attempt to use the OBD2 scanner thingamajiggly hotel thing to try and do the bleeding on the actual coolant. So that's quite exciting. So let's have a look what I've done so far today. Right, okay, where did I leave off last time? Now, I left off last time where most of this stuff was on. Well, it's all on here now. Now, I've also, this bracket here for the charging port here, look. This was all bent and mangled. I don't know if you remember going back to the first videos. This was all bent back in there. So I've put that in the vise and used some vice grips. And I've bent it back into, I think is almost the right shape. When the bumper comes back from the sprayers, I'll have to see if that lines up properly. I think I've got it almost right. It won't be far off. So I've bent that back into shape there. When I did the aircon radiators, I did say in the other video, I had to undo this block here, look. See that there, these two here? Now, I didn't know I had to undo them, but I had to undo them because with them locked in there, you can't get the radiators out, you can't get them out. You just can't get them out. Maybe you can, I don't know if you're good at, I don't know, but I couldn't get them out, so I've got another two O-rings up here. I think these are the right ones because I had a look on online on an American website to find the actual part numbers for these, because the guy in Hyundai, he couldn't find the part numbers for these, and I think they're the same. They're a similar one to the one that goes up on here. I think it's the same part number. That's the part number there. Look, it's 976. I'll start again. 97690343350. So I think that's the right one. When I take it off, I'll know. When I take that off now in a minute, I'll know if it's the right one or not, or if I've messed up. Now, I've also been to Hyundai this morning. I say Hyundai, I got to go in the Vauxhall Hutchins part to actually get the parts for Hyundai. But I've had to go and order, well, I went yesterday and ordered a front motor undershield or whatever it's called, under tray, but they look still wrapped up, brand new. And then over here is the old one. Now, I did mention that I said in the first video Copart had snapped this off. Now, I don't know if you can see down there, down by there, look. That's the back end that was snapped off. So it's all snapped. It's all snapped across there. It's all snapped off. And that's the bottom part. Well, that's the back part of it, I should say. So that's the back part. Now, they have admitted that the driver has snapped that off. And he did take all the bolts and clips out and put them on the floor in the driver's footwell. All the clips were there in the bolts, but they've admitted that it was the driver's fault because that was on the car. It was actually on the car in the photos. And then when it got to me, that was in the back of the car. It was on the back seat. So I knew that something had gone wrong. So they give me £111 back. The cost of a brand new one from Hyundai is £233. That's including VAT. They always give you the price without the VAT. Just give me the full price. Stop quoting VAT numbers. The guy who came to do the aircon, you know, empty this out here, he was quoting VAT prices. I'm like, mate, just give me the full price. I don't care what the VAT, I'm not VAT registered, just give me the full price. Anyway, so I'm going to put these in here on there, and I'm going to put this underneath as well. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, but if you look up there, look, on there, it says POE, and there's like a little oil thing, POE there, look, and that's how much gas has got to go back in. but that's the oil there. So I bought some universal POE oil. I hope it's the right one. It says it's for refrigerants. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is there, look, that's on there, YF. And I've just popped it in some oil before I put it on. I've been putting the O-rings, I've been oiling the O-rings up before I put them in there. It's on the end of here, it is. It's actually on the end of this pipe underneath. You can't see it because it's underneath. But can I get under there? Under there somewhere. That's not going to focus, is it? Under there. Right, okay. Right, let's carry on. So to do the coolant on the car, I've got to put the main traction battery fuse, the big orange fuse, I got to put that back in nice and safely. So I got to put that back in and lock it in. And then I got to put the 12-volt battery back on. And then we should be able to connect the thing up and see what it's like. So let's crack on with that then. Okay, there we go. I've cleaned that fuse up. It was a bit dirty actually. A bit dirty and dusty. So I've cleaned that up. I've put it back on. The yellow little tag thing has been pushed forward, so that's locked in now. And there is a bit of dirt under the seat, so there's a good chance for me to give it a bit of a clean under the seat, because kids might have been, well, I think kids have been in the back here, because I can see some sweet wrappers and stuff, and sweets had gone down where the seat belts are. Anyway, so let's go to the front of the car. Let's go to the front of the car now, and I don't know if you can see there, the front panel that the under tray is on. It's all clipped in and bolted on. There's 4 bolts in the front and there's 3 bolts at the back. Then there's a few clips to put that on. And now let's put the battery on. So what I did was, so it wouldn't touch, I took that off there, the negative, and I put this on here. So let's take that back off like so, and we'll pop that on and make sure nothing goes funny. It sounds alright anyway. I got to put all the battery back on so I can run the diagnostic tool to try and bleed this. So I'll get the diagnostic tool now. I'll do this up, don't worry, I will do that bolt up. I got the spanner in my hand by here. So I'll do that up, then I'll go and get the diagnostic tool, and we'll see if I can bleed that there. So the diagnostic port on the right hand drive Kona is there, look, that's where it is. I've put it's white, it's Bluetooth, I think that is. So the actual unit is starting up now. So I should have to link that up. Now I think I'm going to have to put the ignition on, I think. So let me have a look, because I haven't used this before. It should be pretty straightforward. So let me have a look at it first of all, and then I'll get back to you. Now, I have filled this up before I start. And like I said in the last video, to undo it, you do it the opposite way to normal. There's a little tag by there. I don't know if you can see it. If you push that down with your hand like that, right? There's a little tag there. If you push it down, I got to use 2 hands. Then you can turn that. It's locked at the moment, look. But once you push that down, it will turn. So I filled that up. I got some more stuff by there. I got this on by here, and I'm going to go for the service one. But I think I've got to put the ignition on in the car before I can do anything. So I'll put the ignition... No, first of all, I'll undo that. Ready for more stuff. And then I'll turn the car on, and then we'll click the service thing by there. Now, I don't know how well you can see this. There is a bit of a glare there. I don't know which way. There, is that better? Right. Let's press the service. I got gloves on, so it's making a bit of a... Let's see if it does an automatic selection. Read, so look if it does it. I have got the ignition on. It might not, it might. Reading failed, okay. I'll have to type it in myself. I gotta go and look where the VIN is now. Right, bear with me. Right, so I've typed in the VIN. I don't know, well, you can see that there. It's showing up as a 2020. It's right anyway, okay, so let's press yes. It's not working very well with the gloves on. Yes. Establishing communication. Right. Let's have a look. Hot functions, is it? Let's have a go. Hot functions. Let's see what it says. Electric water pump start. That's what we want. Let's give it a bash. Hopefully it works. Electric water pump control. Function serves to remove excess air after adding water. Ignition on, blah blah blah. After adding water to the coolant, press OK. OK. Gloves, come on, OK. There we go, look. Cancel. Stop it. So I've stopped it now. I've cancelled it, look. And I'll fill that back up now, if you know what I mean. It's working. Oh, yes. Okay, right, so I filled it back up again to the max. I don't know if I got to go through the process again or if I can just press OK. So let's try it again. Yeah, I got to go through the process again. So I got to go through it each time. OK. And something's happening. There we go. It's not so as extreme as last time, look. There's just a few bubbles go in. It says wait to 30 seconds, so it's counting down on there, look. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it looks like there's hardly any bubbles left in there now. And it'll stop now. 31 seconds it's supposed to. It keeps going past it, so... Well, it says operate the electric water pump for 30 minutes. 30 minutes? That's a long time, isn't it? So it says to do it for 30 minutes, and then wait, and then, because there's bubbles coming out, it's got to go right through the system, I suppose, isn't it? And then it says wait for 30 seconds after, and then do it again. So anyway, there we go. That's what you got to do. I can hear the pump going down there. I can hear it going. Okay, I don't know if you can see on there, but it says it's been going for 337 seconds. It's been running. And if you look at the tank, it is circulating. I don't know if you can see it. If I can try and hold it there, you'll see ever so slightly as it's vibrating. Now, it has been, an air bubble has been popping out every now and again, but it seems like it's coming to the end of the air bubbles. So the amount I use to fill this back up with a new radiator is, there we go, I'll show you, is 1.5 bottles. That's all I've used. 3 litres, roughly, about 3 litres I've used, and that's just to fill up the radiator and that thing there. So I'm assuming that's right, because not a lot of liquid came out when I bled the radiator. Not much came out of it, and then when I tipped the radiator up, not much came out of it. So I'm assuming that's right. I don't know how you do a full bleed, how you get all the stuff out of it. I don't know. Maybe they put a vacuum on it or something. I'm not quite sure, but it seems to be circulating, and I can't see any air coming out at all now. Maybe a little bit over there on the side, maybe some little tiny air bubbles. But it does say to leave it for a while. It says, but isn't it? It says wait 30 seconds and then do it again. So I think I'll just let it do its thing. Right, there we go. That's it for today. I'm waiting now. The 2 things I'm waiting for, I'm still waiting for the paint sprayer to ring me up and say, all right, mate, I've got your bumper sprayed. I'm waiting for him to come back and say that to me. It's been about, I'm going to say it's been about 12 days. So he's taken his time. He was quicker on the wing. Mind you, the bumper is lots of dimples. He did say he had a lot of work on, so I won't ring him just yet. I won't pester him just yet for the bumper. It should be ready next week sometime. And now I've done the coolant, I need to have the aircon recharged. I phoned up the aircon guy, and I couldn't get through to his phone, and he messaged me back and said he's gone on holidays for the weekend, so he won't be back till midweek next week sometime. So I'm just waiting around for other people now, so there's nothing I can do. Everything I need to do is done. I'm just waiting for other people. As soon as I get the bumper back, I'll put all that bumper together. That's going to be, I got to try and remember where everything goes, because there's loads of parts on the bumper. and then I'm just waiting for the aircon guy to fleece me out of my money. Anyway, if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment down below and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!